Pulling, and Irise's daycare at the moment. Got to be pretty careful with some shots are flying through that window and dropping the shields here of Serial. Will be able to pop that battery and get back up to full HP with the Vault in hand as well. Anyone who wants to push is certainly going to find some damage on their hands.
A little bit of damage taken, just white at the moment in terms of what actually shields are able to connect with. One has been cracked, and it's just a case of, I think, warning shots at the moment with the flatline, trying to keep people at bay, seeing if they can get any decent damage. And I imagine there'll be a push that comes through if they're able to actually crack someone, get someone down. And DK do look like they want to be the aggressors here.
Yeah, Swamp's obviously a bigger area, and not surprising to see multiple teams actually drop over here with the amount of buildings and loot pool that is available. But just having a quick look at the kill feed here, we can see that aim assists are in there. And Dudes Night Out, the winners of our game #1, and the team who are actually fighting this battle here against Irise's daycare. And at the moment, you're looking at Duplex's shields on the Wraith as he has to go into the void to get out of trouble. They look like they're on the receiving end of the fight here.
Yeah, and I wonder if game 1 they've already had this fight and they already know that Dudes Night Out are dropping there with them and they want to take them out early because of how well they performed in game 1. That's already 2 down for Dudes Night Out, and it soon could be a 3rd and a total wipe if they're not careful, and there it is. That is going for their teabagging, but I'm okay with it. I'm all for it. Like, I just love a little bit of body disrespect. NRG, though, they want to get up and close and personal, and they want to get involved in this fight here, Mark.
Yeah, speaking of disrespect to that door, got his head kicked in, and now the massive shots aren't going to be landing here from Frex, and they finally will do, and NRG win their fight then. So big performance from NRG.
Game of just not looking for kills whatsoever, just going for those placement points. And I think that is down to, oh my goodness gracious, hitting those shots across the map. Petty Boss will fall, and Expensive Agents put more KP on the board. But with the circles being a little bit more random now, people are more inclined to take those fights and pick up those points when they're there and available.
Expensive Agents. No shots, got the knock. Didn't manage to get the finish, though, so not going to be able to finish that off. CLG, though, making their way all the way from airbase now into Gauntlet. Madness is going to be under fire, though. He's going to have to go into the void here just to back up to his teammates to get a little bit of cover and protection to pop that shield battery and get his HP back up. But CLG have found themselves in a pretty comfortable position here. You can see just on the north side of Gauntlet, inside of where that circle's going to be pulling. And the other side of things, that Season, the team who lost the challenge to TSM early on in game #1, are looking a lot more healthy here in game 2.
I'm sure that was a breath of fresh air for TSM as well when they weren't dropped on, because that could have been a concerning tournament if they were consistently being challenged by Season. But a smart move, as you say, from Season to make sure that they're not putting themselves in that situation where they are constantly having to worry about another team. But of course, they may have ended up dropping on someone else. That is always the thing when you change your drop spot. As Sentinels, who performed so well in the previous game, they were also in a little bit of an engagement here. Nice fire from Retzi, and he should be able to get this down, to be honest, even with the Wraith trying to ditzy doodle his way out. It's not going to be fun, and well, it looks like you like that, mate. They're trying to traverse the map, but they're under a little bit of pressure whilst doing so.
Yeah, the Golden Sands not looking so golden right now, as the Gibraltars are going to be exchanging defensive bombardments and bubbles. So it's a little bit of a Gibraltar off at the moment, as you see Rakanisshu now on the Gibraltar trying to find an angle with that 3 times on the R301 to try and land some shots. But speaking of landing shots, never be the meat in the sandwich, and that's at the moment what Sentinels are trying to feast on as they make their way in now, having got that crack. And looking at the kill feed as well, it looks like Imperial How, it looks like TSM and Complexity.
A little bit more kills in this next game.
Well, Sentinels still patrolling the outside of this zone. You can see Retzi is just desperate to try and find any kind of engagement. Unfortunately for him, the only thing he's going to find is the end of a triple take. However, poor old Monsoon is going to find the Hemlock, and it's going to hit him harder than a hammer would. As he gets down, Retzi now the kill leader with 3 kills to his name. Reptar going down as well, and I believe that that is now the end of Complexity. Well, there might be one more player desperately trying to scoot away. The Gibraltar player is in front of him. Not sure if that is a Complexity member, or if that's another team who's come to try and join the party.
I think that might have been another team, because it went down from 15 to 14 as the final member of Complexity fell. either way, they are not in a good position if there is one remaining player. Sentinels in another engagement. I think it's you like that, mate, on the other side of it. It is. So Complexity were eliminated, and you like that, mate. Well, it looks like they want to get aggressive here. They want to take on this fight. Do they know it's Sentinels, though? Because Sentinels are not a team that you want to be pushing on.
Yeah, I mean, they're not going to be pushing for much longer because Xenox is just absolutely crunched crummy with that Mastiff in hand, and here comes the rest. That is a clean wipe from Sentinels. More KP on the board for them, and I tell you what, Sentinels are looking extremely dangerous in these team fights so far here in game number 2 and game number 1 as well. Sentinels, certainly keep your eyes out as we move through this tournament.
Yeah, remember, Sentinels on 18 points coming into this second game, so if they can get to the latter stages of this with the amount of KP they've already picked up, they are starting to creep to that 50-point match point threshold already. We might be seeing teams on 50 points as we get into match 3 even, if not match 4, most likely. Is TSM still alive, still healthy, and still pushing on in. They've taken down one member. It looks like elsewhere, Rogue are also taking a fight against Liquid. You've just got all these. There is a lot of points up for grabs if Sentinels continue their consistency.
Well, there's a big fight going down here, and it's NRG involved again, and it's Fresh with that Mastiff who's hitting some big shots. He will be down, so it all falls onto the shoulder now of Rocker, but he falls as well. And here comes TSM, looking for that third-party opportunity. You can see Hal flying in with a Prowler in his hands, trying to finish off these kills, trying to look for those knocks. One player alive here, hasn't managed to get the revive, I believe, onto his teammates. Does get the Eager 8 shots in, Hal will go down, and now it falls onto the shoulders of Snipedown, as all of a sudden the third party turns into a bad day out here for TSM.
Snipedown's been able to get the armor swap, though, and if you can trust anyone in a 1 versus 2, 1 versus 3, it's going to be Snipedown. And he's having a look around. He's saying, wait, well, where did he fall to? Did he fall off the map?
Oh, no!
Well, he's gone now. See you later, pal. Going for a little bit.
Third-party opportunity that we can get KP on the board. We're going to try and do so. So Lafide now, trying to take down this team that's underneath them, looking to land some massive shots, and a Thermite potentially being ready to be gently rolled under this staircase, and it's Sentinels who are the team who are underneath and coming under all sorts of fire from grenades, from frag grenades, and the bubble going down is going to give them protection. That is why you play the Gibraltar. Gives you those few moments to reset, gives you those few moments to just get those heals off. However, they're not going to be given those moments, so Bride's going to push it down with the ball.
Yeah, Centipede just pushing it, and they knew they got so many hits. However, one has fallen, make that 2, and this is quite the response from Sentinels. And Sentinels somehow survive. But are they going to be able to survive the potential third party? Xenox is getting out of dodge. He's done his job. He's got the kills. Now you've got to play for those placement points.
I can't believe what Xenox just did. I don't know how he won that fight, but Xenox must have hit some big numbers on those Mastiffs. Huge moment in this game as TSM now make their rotation in. They hit that balloon. And it's going to be Rep Snipe down. And Imperial Hal up on top of this banner here. A great position to look down and potentially farm some KP, as all these teams are going to be pretty much fishing a barrel for them as they look down above. And look at the ring pool now. They're going to have to move as well, but these teams in front of them, well, if they've got the ammo and the nous on them to push, they should be free KP on the board.
Xenox is falling, Sentinels are out, but now TSM are diving straight on in. They had to return to battle from where they were. Snipedown gets the controller in hand, and he's hitting his shots as he always is. And TSM are just looking so deadly at the moment. They've managed to take down so much, but it looks like they may fall if they're not too careful here. They need to heal up.
Yeah, Hal did a great job there. There was a third party come in, I believe, and it was Rogue who were the third party. So Sweet takes down Imperial Hal. Reps is the last alive, I believe, but there's 2 players alive, 3 players, excuse me, as Lewis also still in this game for Rogue. They were the third party to the third party. And now Rogue making their move in. They had a great performance in game number 1 as far as placements was concerned, and now they're putting some KP on the board as well.
I wonder whether TSM managed to get away with 2 or just 1. If we can get a switch over to them to see how many and how healthy they are, that would be great. Because even with 2, I'd say TSM could be in an alright spot.
Oh,
they've got Snipedown
as well,
and they've got Reps. So okay, this is not too detrimental for TSM, but they are in a position where they have just been cornered. So actually, it is pretty detrimental, and Rogue, they taste blood here, and they are diving straight on in. Snipedown will go down, but it looks like there's still 1 remaining. Reps has managed to get away.
Yeah, Reps has managed to get into the top 4. And there's other fights going to be going down in front of him, so he might be able to bide his time. Every single second counts here for Reps. He has to just be careful of this team potentially rotating in front of him. But as we watch Reps, other fights are going to be breaking out here in Season. The team who contested TSM might be the team who can take out TSM in the end game here, as Reps is the last player alive. He'll be taken down. Oh, sorry, excuse me, Reps actually takes down Sweet, so Reps will be somehow still in this game towards the end, and I believe CLG now, as Reps is going to be finally taken down, will be going up against Season in a straight 3v3, and there's a Peacekeeper in the hands here of a CLG member as well.
Yeah, CLG doing really well. They have everything at the moment. They've got the weapons, they've got the armor, and they've got the victory, have CLG.
If it's a game, I'm losing, 'cause I said I'd never do this, and it's so confusing.